As the war in Ukraine enters its third week, China is threatening to retaliate if the U.S. punishes Chinese firms for doing business with Russia. Eunice Yoon joins us now with that story. Good morning, Eunice.
Good morning, Joe. Well, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said that if the U.S. sanctions Chinese companies, that China would respond firmly and forcefully. Now, this stern warning is part of what's becoming a more blatant anti-West, pro-Russian point of view. China is starting to echo now Russia's PR blitz over Ukraine, accusing the U.S. military of operating, quote, dangerous biolabs in Ukraine. This is a theory that the U.S. has warned could be President Putin's way of justifying further attacks in Ukraine. And state media today also called the U.S. the, quote, empire of lies. And this is a phrase that Putin used right after the West started sanctioning Russia. So official news outlets are also doubling down on their criticism of U.S. policy. Xinhua, the agency, slammed Washington for suggesting China had prior knowledge of Putin's plans right around the time of the Beijing Olympics, calling it a downright lie. And the Communist Party Global Times warned Europe to sharpen their eyes to the cost to Europe to what's being painted as U.S.-led sanctions. Now, despite the more openly pro-Russia stance that we are seeing, a lot of Chinese companies are already reportedly scaling back their businesses there. The FT is quoting sources as saying smartphone makers Huawei, Xiaomi, and Oppo have cut their shipments to Russia in half. Some Russian distributors have stopped placing new orders to Chinese factories. And then local media say that Chinese car maker Great Wall has paused deliveries of new cars to Russian dealers. The main problem is not secondary sanctions, as one might think, but the plummeting ruble. So the ruble has dropped 45% against the U.S. dollar, 40% against the renminbi in the past 2 weeks. And today, the Chinese announced that they're going to widen the trading band for the yuan ruble from 5% to 10% to account for that volatility. Joe?
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.